Yeah, I figured I'd try without filters tonight. The moon's just a slender crescent. And it's going down behind the pine trees to the west right now. Let me go to some of my Facebook sites and announce that I'm on. Okay, that's on one. Yeah. Well, I definitely have light pollution. After going 40 miles north of here, it's so much darker up at that vineyard than it is here. It's ridiculous. I'm still seeing those halos around the bright stars. Uh, Jim Thompson gave me some suggestions. I'm just surprised that a triplet apochromat would have that kind of an issue. Oh no, wait, this is the Ritchie Creation. Oops, sorry. Yeah, this is the 91. And the people that were up there were complaining about not having enough lights because I guess they didn't like walking around in the dark to get to their cars. Of course, that's all the city people that came to the concert. Thank you, Eliza. Hi, Mike. Yeah, I'll go back to the high-powered view in the 16-inch. Let me go back to my groups. Evening, Jim. I was going to try some of those galaxies that Matt did last night. I especially like that 4216, that triple of edge-ons. I guess I could put the name up. Yeah, this is the Running Man in the 16-inch, and here's the Running Man in the 91 millimeter. Yeah, that sounds like an idea. Good idea, Rusty. I know it's not going to be, it doesn't get dark here until almost 10 o'clock because that's when the moon sets. But I'll be long gone by then. Let's see what else. I do too, and then they're gonna make it full time. Makes no sense to me, but I'm gonna go slew to a new target.
The telescope is slewing.
So I'm gonna stop the live stacking. Let me see if we're hitting the dome. Ugh. Should be okay. I'll go with a little bit longer exposure. Well, I'll just start stacking. Went over to the rosette. I had the black level a little bit too far to the right. Right now it's at 100. Oh, you mean the black level? Black level's at 3. I usually have it at minimum, but hi Woody. So this is the rosette in how many seconds? 12 seconds. I'm gonna go a little bit longer. Woody, I just sent an email to Scott Tucker over at Starizona to ask him about RJ45 splitter. So what should I set it at? 3, Jeff? Okay, let's see. Where did black level go? Three. I'm at 3 now. Cooler's on, fans on. Now let me, I'm at 8 bits. I keep having issues with that RJ45 versus RGB 45 versus RGB 24, and then the auto captures don't capture properly. Yeah, I'm at bin 2 right now. Might have to go to a little bit longer exposure. Let's see, or move the black point over. I took the field flattener focal reducer out. Yeah, I'm seeing it at the. Yeah, it's the top left. I got coma at the top right also. There's the bottom right. This is the full DS10C. I'm not zoomed in. That's fit to window. Let's see what dark. I'm at what exposure. I'm at 15 seconds and I'm at 20 gain. So let's see what dark. Import for a 10C. People at William Optics kind of flip-flop. They said that the focal reducer field flattener I had is not the best one for this scope. They recommended a different focal reducer, which is 3 times the price. Not a focal reducer, a field flattener, but it's not a focal reducer. This was like 280. The one that they recommended was like 7 something. I wonder if I have anything showing in the other scope. Oh, I forgot to stop the live stack. I still have the Running Man blending with the rosette. Okay. Let's try this again. See, is that the center of the rosette I'm looking at? Well, all of a sudden it got real bright. I took it out because I was going to try to see if that was the cause of the ghosting around the stars. And I wanted to see if that was the cause for the sensor tilt or optical train tilt. So tonight I figured I'd take everything out of the system and go with just the bare scope itself and the camera and see what happened. So I'm experimenting tonight. I think you're right, Woody. I think I'm going to go back and put that in. I got a bunch of suggestions from Jim Thompson on what filters to use with what, and he thinks some sort of an IR cut filter may help with some of the star bloat. He says a lot of the nebula and galaxy filters have built-in IR cut. Evening, Brian. Another satellite skimming the top. I'm kind of lost where I am in the rosette. I think I'm near the core. Let me go back to the other. Okay, I know where I am. This little feature here with these two stars is a race. It's those two stars there, but it's this big feature here. So we're pretty well aligned, the two scopes. Yeah, I guess tomorrow I'll be back putting the focal reducer field flattener back in. Woody, this is this VRC-16. This is the Ritchie Cretion here. The close-up view. And then this is the refractor. Yeah, I'm running two cameras at the same time, so I can go from the 16-inch at f8 to the 91mm at f5.9. Yep, FLT91. I got the name at the very top. But this is with the focal reducer field flattener removed, because I was trying to see what was the cause of the ghost images around the Mu Gemini and Propus when I was looking at the Jellyfish Nebula last week. And I wanted to see if it was from the focal reducer field flattener. I just bumped up to 20 seconds. Good night, Laza. So, and I have all the color adjustments at default. Still not a bad field of view for this 91 with that smaller sensor of the 10C. Let me see where that galaxy is that Matt had last night. Designation search. NGC 4216.
NGC 4216 is an edge on spiral galaxy in Virgo. It is magnitude.
So I've got the Atlas up. Right now it says it's 39 degrees up at azimuth, almost 90, so it's almost due east. Okay, I'm gonna go there next, I think. Oh yes, yeah. I'm at a 21.8 millimeter sensor now, and that one has a 40. I'm blanking out. 43.4 millimeter sensor. So twice the diagonal extent, 4 times the total area. Well, I had the 24 in with the focal reducer field flattener. Yeah, the 24 was with a focal reducer field flattener. This is the scope itself without a field flattener. So maybe you got to use a field flattener with this optics. Well, let me stop the... I'm thinking that would be the case. The only reason I put the 24 I think you're right, Mike. And that's why the one gentleman from William Optics recommended the flat 68 III, which is a field flattener only and not a focal reducer for this scope. So I'd be stuck at the native f5.9, but they said that would be the best one to use. The problem is it's almost $800, and the focal reducer field flattener I got was about 280. Who knows? I may end up trying the other one. So let me stop the live stacking. Let's enter to live stack off now here. And let me go to this galaxy, which means meridian flip time. Slew to
the telescope is slewing.
Okay, turn the dome. Okay, turn the blue lights off. And start with a shorter exposure. Let's go 5-second loop. And move the black point. And I think I see the galaxies now. They're at so now I gotta change east and west. Getting close to the center. It'd be interesting to see where they are in the other scope. Let's go to it, stop the live stacking there, and see what we have. See if I even picked up the galaxies. Whoa, almost dead center. One more move, it may have it centered. That looks pretty close to being centered. Right on. Okay. So let's start the live stack. These are the Edge-on galaxies Matt had last night.
Telescope position synchronized.
Yeah, the one in the middle is 4216. Am I live stacking yet? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna label some of these. Let me go with a small yellow. NGC 4216 right there. NGC 4222. You have to talk to Greg Crinklaw at Sky Tools about that. That's the voice he put in. Okay, NGC 4206. What else? There's a bunch of other fainter galaxies. Let me See if I can pick out some of the other galaxies that show. Wait, oh, wait a minute, I am. Hmm. Sorry, that's wrong. I got the galaxies labeled wrong. Yeah, that's 4206. I had to flip the SkyTool chart to match. Let's see if I can identify some of the fainter ones. Okay, Rusty. That little spot there. One, two, three, four, five spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, they got some faint stuff in here. That there is a Leda. One, 5, 6. And the information on it is
Leda 1425156 is an intermediate galaxy in Virgo. It is magnitude 17.9, with an apparent size of 24 by 11 arcseconds. The light takes about 880 million years to reach us. It is 99,000 light years in diameter. On this night, Leda 1425156 is best observed between 2230 and 220, at a quality grade of B in the Astrodon G1e luminance filter.
We're getting pretty faint here. I mean, that brightest one is what? That is... That one is magnitude 15.8. It's Z69-113. And below it is another Leda, magnitude 18.5. Wow. So we're down to magnitude 18.5. That little dot right there, that is... Let me put its number up and then I'll pull up the information. LEDA 1, 4, 2, 5, 6, 2, 4. And some information.
Leda 1425624 is an intermediate galaxy in Virgo. It is magnitude 18.5, with an apparent size of 16 by 11 arcseconds. The light takes about 600 million years to reach us.
I haven't even looked and seen what it looks like in the smaller scope. Let's see. Okay. Take the crosshairs off. They don't quite match up the same. Oh, I think we have the Power Line Nebula going through right now. You can see that dark band from top to bottom. Let me go back to the other scope. Maybe it's not as affected by the power line. Yes, they are. Some nice detail in that 4216. I mean, there are other fainter galaxies, plus a lot of other galaxies in the field. I'm seeing stuff 4260, yeah, just to there's 2 stars. What are those magnitudes? 17.2, 17.1, 16.1. What I'm seeing little fuzzes there, 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 there. These are all galaxies, that whole cluster. They show on the Sky Tools chart. Yeah, there's more up there. That big one at the top is yeah, this one's magnitude 14.8. It's fairly bright, this one right here. It's MCG 2-31-76. And then there's another galaxy right below it. Plus there's a whole field of galaxies next to it. Well, let me erase some of these designations. I haven't tried changing sharpness. See if it'll do anything. But you can see when I zoom in on that galaxy, you can see that whole chain of galaxies right below it. We may be getting that telephone line, or power line. Even the other galaxies have some nice. Very nice. I'm glad Matt looked at that one yesterday. I'm capturing images every 20 or 30 seconds. Yes, it does. The problem with the 24 in the 16 is I can't use a focal reducer. I haven't found a focal reducer big enough that would support this sensor. I think William Optics makes one for these Ritchie-Chrétien scopes, but I never could get William Optics to answer some of my questions. I want to learn about it before I try it. Well, let's see what else is around here. Oh, look. I wasn't live stacking this one. Oh, that son of a gun. I should have gone with a little bit longer exposure on this scope. That was only a 5-second exposure. Let's see what the 15-second does to this one with this is the 91, FLT 91. Boy, that jumped that way over. You can see the power line at the top right corner. I'll stack a few and then I'll move on to I'll be looking for something else. I was going to go to M99 and M100. I think they're close by. St. Catherine's Wheel, M99. That is close.
Telescope position synchronized.
Yep, I'm synchronized. Well, let me go over to St. Catherine's Wheel.
The telescope is slewing.
And it should be on M99 St. Catherine's Wheel. Let's go with the big gun. Turn off the live stack. Okay, let's do a white balance. This looks okay. I'll start kind of sure doesn't look put the light on and see where it is. Trying to figure out why it looks so blue. The blue lights are off. Still in RGB 24. Yeah, RGB 24. Starting live stacking. Let's see what happens. Humidity must be rising. The dehumidifier kicked on. Okay, that's... What's my exposure? I'm 20 seconds at gain 60. Where's my black? My dark? Okay. Just apply the dark. It helps clean up some of those colorful confetti. Do I have the sharpness on? Yeah, I have the sharpness on. Maybe a little bit too high. Let me... And I took some new darks for the 24C Tech because the ones I'm using now are a year old. The problem is I did them at 14 bits. Yeah. We had a small crowd today for the solar I did earlier. To see what it's doing on the other scope. Let's see. This is a 15-second exposure on the 91mm here. It's NGC 4302 at the 3 o'clock side of right side. Yeah, that's 430. I just lost where I was. Okay. It's 4302 is the edge on, and 4298 is the one. I'll get the information.
And GC 4298 is an intermediate spiral galaxy in Coma Berenices. It is magnitude 12.1, with an apparent size of 2.5 by 1.4 arc minutes. It is 40,000 light-years in diameter. This object was discovered by William Herschel in 1784 using an 18.7-inch telescope. The Dreher summary reads, faint, large, extended, very gradually brighter middle, preceding of 2. And GC 4200.
I'm back. But that's M99 right in the center just about. And the one up at the top left quadrant is NGC 4212. It's starting to come out nice now. I think that's the best I've ever seen. M99. So I guess now I'll move over to I like M100. It was nearby, wasn't it? Oh, there it is. So stop the live stack. Let's synchronize on St. Catherine's wheel.
Telescope position synchronized.
And then go to M100.
The telescope is slewing.
What I like about M100 is it has a bunch of companion galaxies. Let's start the live stack on it. Yes, yeah, I'm clicking on, tonight I'm clicking on the target and just having the scope slew to that target. I just click on a target in the map and go. That's going to look nice after it adds a few more to the stack. Let me go to the other scope and see what it looks like. That one, I got an unlive stack. So this one should also be on M100 when we get back to it. What's my altitude now? 46. I should. There's M100 in the center now. Another thing you can do, Jim, with the Sky Tools, if you using like the imaging version as a camera view, and you can define your scope and your camera, and it'll put a box up on the atlas that is the size of the display of the camera. And then to move the scope, you just drag the box and drop the box where you want it, and it'll move the scope to the next target automatically. There's so many features in Sky Tools that I have yet to learn, and I've been a beta tester since version 1. So that's okay. The other thing is when you call up an atlas view of your target, there's a time stepping in the second row of icons, and you click on the clock, and it'll bring you to the current computer clock time for the chart. Because sometimes it'll draw the interactive atlas at the meridian, the best time to view it. But if you're not observing at midnight, you want to click the clock, and then it'll set the chart to match your computer. Boy, there's a lot of galaxies in this field. I'm going to have fun processing tomorrow. Yes, there are a lot of features. What initially I liked about SkyTools is you could custom create observing lists. For example, if you wanted to look at planetary nebula of a certain size that exhibited a ring shape, you could create a list and then observe those one after the other. So you didn't have to use the predefined list. You could create your own custom observing list. Oh, M100 is a nice galaxy. I don't know how many images I've captured of this, but it'd be good to try to use AstroSurface to grab a bunch of these and process them as a deep sky image. Okay, that bright star there, 2 stars below it. So I guess that edge on, okay, that's got to be out of the field of view. Night, Mike. No filters on either scope, Jeff. Yeah, there's no moon really to interfere with tonight. I may experiment with some filters, but it'll be after sky surgery. Evening, Derek. Frank and guests. How many do I have in this live stack? 15. I thought I saw M98 was right near here. Instead of going to M98, yeah, M98, I'm going to go to that galaxy pair. Let's see. I went to VRC 16. So, yeah, there's more than 2 or 3 fuzzies in this field of view. So I just called up a camera view. And I'm going to drag the camera box over to those two galaxies that were close to each other we were looking at before. So I just dragged the box. Come on. Oh wait, I have to click on. Lock to telescope. You have to lock the camera view to the telescope.
The telescope is slewing.
I didn't quite drag the box right, but those were those two galaxies that were near the edge of the field before. I'm going to drag the box a little bit more to get them in the center.
The telescope is slewing.
And with the next refresh, the M1 M100 disappears. And let's one more refresh and it should settle down to the current. Yep, there it is. That is NGC 4302 at the top, or at the right. NGC 4302, and on the other side is NGC 4298. Snap this first. Wait, I'm not live stacking it. Okay, it's a snap. Oh wait, it won't snap. Oh, because I'm automatically capturing. I have to stop the capture, then do a snap, go back to live view, and then go back to auto capture. Okay, so I got a snap. So let me label this snap. This is file, save as DS24C tech VR616. That'll be snap 2. Okay. And now I'm going to start live stacking. Okay. Evening, Keith. It's got a nice dust lane at 4302. Okay, now we're going to start putting another one in the stack. 4298. What's the info on it?
NGC 4298 is an intermediate spiral galaxy in Coma Berenices. It is magnitude 12.1, with an apparent size of 2.5 by 1.4 arc minutes. It is 40,000 light-years in diameter. This object was discovered by William Herschel in 1784 using an 18.7-inch telescope.
What's the other one? 4302.
And GC 4302 is an edge on spiral galaxy in Coma Berenices. It is magnitude 12.5, with an apparent size of 6 by 1.1 arc minutes. It is 97,000 light-years in diameter. This object was discovered by William Herschel in 1784 using an 18.7-inch telescope.
It's cleaning up nicely. What's that galaxy below it? Down, down. Star. Oh, there's two galaxies. Yeah, there's two other galaxies down here, MCG galaxies. There. It shows another galaxy right there. A little faint galaxy almost hidden in the glow of that star right there. That triangle of stars, galaxy there, nice. Okay, what else is in this same general area of the sky? What is the designation for the eyes? That's in Markarian's chain. I'm trying to... Four, 4, 3, 5. Let me see. Four, 4, 3, 5. Search.
And GC 4435 is an intermediate barred lenticular galaxy in Virgo. Interaction is evident with another galaxy.
Okay, so I just called it up in an atlas. Let me get the atlas back. Okay. Where's my, oh, there's my box. I can drag the box over onto it. Let's see. Drag the camera box onto the eyes.
The telescope is slewing.
That was simple. Okay. Let me stop the live stacking. that really came out nice. And there are the eyes. I didn't get the eyes quite in the center of the box. Let me move the box a little bit more.
The telescope is slewing.
I moved it a hair. Yeah, 86 moved out of the field of view. Let me do a new white balance. Let me drop the black point a hair. White balance. 3249. Let's see where it goes. Didn't change much. Live stack. Let me get a DSS image download. Get DSS image at cursor. Put it in my get image. Downloading a 2-degree image. Yeah, there is nebulosity around the eyes. See, I'm in 20-second exposure now. I got 2 in the stack. Let me see what the other scope has. How about stopping the live stack? Okay. That's a very confused image. There's the eyes in the middle. Do I have sharpness? No, I don't have sharpness on that either. And where's my color adjustments? No, they're all default. I think I have low, yeah, I'm only at 20 gain. I have low gain on this. Start adding to the stack, hopefully. And let's see how
IC 3355 is an edge on irregular galaxy in Virgo. Interaction is suspected with another galaxy with nuclei in contact. It is magnitude 15.4, with an apparent size of 1.1 by 0.4 arc minutes. It is 4,400 light-years in diameter.
that little faint linear fuzz right there. Is that galaxy? I wonder if I could go with a little bit longer exposure now that I got some in the stack. I bumped it from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. And what is that edge on up there? That's IC 339. Got a little edge on up here. Yeah, I just bumped up the exposure from 20 to 30 seconds. It really blew out the core of those galaxies, though. And Markarian chain's looking better over here. Good night, Jeff. I won't be on too much longer. I got another long day tomorrow. I gotta get me a yeah. She's been looking forward to getting that spinal cord stimulator installed, but the thought of having it installed is scary. Let's see what else I could look at. I was going to go to the whale and the hockey stick. I saw those. Vendomatrix, Black Eye. Okay, there's the whale and the hockey stick. Let's go there. I don't know if I can get them both in the same field of view. You're welcome, Jim. Have a good evening. Like I said, I won't be on much longer. I might get these last two objects tonight. Let me go to the whale first.
The telescope is slewing.
I'm moving to the whale. Okay, moved over to the whale. Let me stop the live stacking here. Maybe 30 is too long. Let me go to a shorter exposure initially. Down to 20 again. I'm not moving that line. Okay. Oh, I forgot to change the dark when I went to the 30-second exposure. Okay. Do another white balance. I don't know if it's going to change. 30.46. Nope, it stayed the same. We'll start the live stack. Yeah, it's going to be nice when it... Yeah, it's starting to look good. I don't think I can get both of them in the same field of view.
Whale Galaxy is an edge on Spiral Galaxy in Canis VE Nat is a. Interaction is suspected with another galaxy connected by a bar.
46.31.
Whale Galaxy is an edge on Spiral Galaxy in Canis VE Nat is a. Interaction is.
I like how they say that. Canis Vini. I can't even pronounce how he says it. Yeah, I can't get the whale and the hockey stick at the same time. That, no, not with this scope. With the other scope, yes, I could. In fact, I'll have to look at the other scope and see if I can see both of them. Canis venatici, but not the way Greg says it in Sky Tools. So I forgot to stop the live stacking here. Maybe I'll get the whale and the hockey stick here. Maybe not. Yeah, got the whale and the hockey stick. Got them both. I'm liking the view in the 16. I got it at 50% sharpness. Okay. It would be close to get them both in the same field of view, but I don't think I can do it. Evening, Craig. Ow. The last swallow of coffee and it was all grinds. Probably, you're right, Woody. See if it cleaned up any in the other one. Yep, it's cleaning up a little in there. I think my next experiment I will put the focal reducer back in this William Optics 91. Get a little bit wider field of view and see if that cures some of the coma at the corners. Well, I'm going to stop the live stack here. Yeah, it was wider and it was better corrected. Let's see if I can move this in such a way. Nope, I just can't do it. If I get the hockey stick, I'll just move it to the hockey stick.
The telescope is slewing.
Hockey stick should end up right in the center. Let me go to the other one and stop its live stacking. And there's the hockey stick. Oh God, the sunflower galaxy. Oh. Let's start the live stack. See, with the smaller scope, you can get both of them in the same field of view. And with the 24, in this little 91, I'll get even more of a field of view. You can see how the diffuse extension of the galaxy heading up and to the left. On the hockey stick, I think it's a. Well, let's go back to and see what Greg says. Hockey stick.
Hockey stick is an edge on spiral galaxy in Canis VE Nat is a. Interaction is suspected with another galaxy with nuclei in contact. It is magnitude 9.8, with an apparent size of 6.5 by 0.7 arc minutes. It is 78,000 light-years in diameter. This object was discovered by William Herschel in 1787 using an 18.7-inch telescope.
So did that answer the question? I'm going to try a long grab. They said nuclei interacting. Is it, I don't know if there are interactions in the very center. Let me go back to the whale. I mean to the hockey stick. So I thought they showed. No. I thought I saw in one star atlas like where there was a second galaxy down here, but I don't see it on Sky Tools. I mean, there's a Leda galaxy here. There's a Leda galaxy here, but those are much further away. So I think they're assuming that there's interaction going on in the very core of the hockey stick from a possible interaction. So let's see if I can get back and try to drag this box over to the sunflower. Okay, let's see.
The telescope is slewing.
I dragged the box onto the sunflower. Okay, so let's stop the live stacking. Let's stop the live stacking with the other one. And see if there's a sunflower galaxy. Yes, there is. There. And let's go to the other. And there's a sunflower there also. See, where is my sharpness? I think I'm at 50 on the sharpness there. So MCG magnitude 14.7. Yep. I'll call that up.
MIG G7-27-48 is a nearly edge-on spiral galaxy in Canes VE Natas I. It is magnitude 14.7, with an apparent size of 1.5 by 0.5 arc minutes. It is 12,000 light-years in diameter. MIG G7-27-48 is also known as UGC 8313 and Z217-20.
So I'm starting a live stack now. See if I can pull out some of the detail in the galaxy. So where is the histogram? There it is. Okay. It's starting to show some nice detail. It'd be interesting to try astrosurface on some galaxies to see what it'll pull out. I think I'll do one last object after this. I'll go to the whirlpool and that'll be it. It's just so small in this 91 millimeter. Night, Don. Yeah, I'm only going to be on for one more target. But yeah, the sunflower is really starting to look nice. Thanks, Don. I have a lot of processing to do tomorrow. I took a lot of videos of the sun today. I've captured a bunch of images of the galaxies tonight. I'll be playing with that new tool that Jeff found. I wonder if I can drive this up with a little bit longer exposure. Throw a few 30-second ones added in. Detail in the galaxies now really starting to jump out. Yeah, you gotta go with shorter exposures and add longer exposures. But yeah, this is looking very nice. I'll put a couple more in the stack, and then I'll go over to the whirlpool for the finale for the evening. Like 360 images captured with the 91mm. Yeah, but that's just wow. Yeah, for a live view, not processed. Well, let's go and let me drag the box over to the whirlpool.
The telescope is slewing.
Stop the live stack there. Stop the live stack there. Let's go back to the 16 and see what happens when the 30 seconds shows up. Maybe I want to start with 20 seconds with this. Yeah, start with a 20. Not quite centered. How about moving that black point line over?
The telescope is slewing.
See if I moved it the right way. I always guess wrong. Nope, I guessed right.
The telescope is slewing. Telescope position synchronized.
gonna start the live stack. Yeah, okay. I don't see the edge on Galaxy at the bottom yet. Let's see the one companion galaxy right here. I think it's right here. Let's see if something starts showing up. Yeah, well, I like big scopes, but I definitely can't transport them anymore to star parties. So I have to be content with using this here and having a small scope like at the Grand Canyon. I used to love dragging my 17.5 out to the star parties, but not gonna happen anymore. My skies the other night when I ran a sky quality were about magnitude 5.7, I think it was. I forget what the SQM number was, 1994, something like that. I know when my wife and I went up to that vineyard about 40 miles north of us last night for an outdoor concert, 40 miles made a lot of difference because I was 40 miles further away from this town of 30,000 that's just south of me. The skies were pitch black, it appeared, compared to here. Just wish my parents, when they had bought property, had bought a little bit further away from here. Yeah, I was getting, it was like 20.4 to 1990 something on my SQM meter. But yeah, that's, yeah, that little edge on Galaxy's coming in right there now. That one is magnitude IC 4270.
IC 4277 is an edge on Galaxy in Canes VE Nat is I. It is magnitude 16.5, with an apparent size of 40 by 6 arc seconds. On this night IC 4277 is best observed between 23:20 and 4 o'clock, at a quality grade of B in the Astroden G1E luminance filter.
So you can see it. It's definitely there. Yeah, Whirlpool's looking good tonight. Well, like I said, I got a 1994. I think when I first started working on this observatory slab, and sky quality readings were like 20.30, 20.40, so it's dropped about 0.4 in the years since I've been out here observing. I know cameras make all the difference in the world. Well, they're building a truck stop about 2 miles from me to the southeast, right on I-59. That's going to add, definitely, to the light pollution. Yeah, the good old, my neighbor had a mercury vapor light and I bought a Hubble shield for it, and then he decided to convert to an LED. He gave him my Hubble shield back. Luckily it's just one light that's about 500 feet from my observatory. It really doesn't affect me. How many do I have in the stack so far? 13. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Saw another galaxy in the field, but no, that one, triangle, star, yeah, there's another galaxy right there. What's magnitude of that one? 18.7.
Leda 355-6092 is an intermediate galaxy in Canes Venus I. It is magnitude 18.7, with an apparent size of 16 by 12 arcseconds. The light takes about 1.7 billion years to reach us. It is 130,000 light-years in diameter. On this night Leda 355-6092 is best observed between 23:20 and 4 o'clock. At a quality grade of B in the Astrodon G1e luminance filter. From Waning Moon 2 Observatory, Leda 355-6092 is best observed from mid-February to early June.
So that's the faintest thing we've seen tonight, was that little Leda galaxy, that little fuzz ball right between the two bright stars. Unbelievable. Very nice. Well, yeah, pretty far away. What did you say, 1.7 billion light years? Well, with that, I am going to call it quits for the night. I'm glad you were able to join in. And then I'm going to have fun playing with all this data I gathered today. I'll be posting some on the site. Glad y'all could stop by. Good night, Woody and Derek. Have a good afternoon. I'm going to try going one more. I'm going to go to 40 seconds and see what it does to this.
Slow complete.
I didn't slew.
Telescope disconnected.
I just bumped up the exposure. Oh, that pushes the, that's pushing the, stop the live stack on that. Turn the cooling off on this one. God, that is pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Beautiful. It was a great night. It really was. Live stack is off. Cooling is off. Capture, stop capture.